Joining us now is Northeastern State men's basketball coach Jason Tinsley. Coach Tinsley, you guys are about to start year 2 of the Jason Tinsley era. So just talk a little bit about how excited you are to get the season underway and some things you look to see in the program.
We're all ready to get started. The preseason is long, and it's the part of the year the kids like the least. I mean, we've been lifting and conditioning and spending our 2 hours a week that we're allotted by the NCAA to develop skills and do those things. But we're all ready to get in the gym and see what we have. We have a bunch of new faces. We definitely need to improve. We had 7 wins last year. Thought we played better going down the stretch, and we're a lot more competitive, but obviously we got room for improvement.
You've brought a lot of new fresh faces into the program. You mentioned earlier 13 new guys on the team. What are they going to provide to the program? What are some things, even statistically, that you would like to see improved on from last year?
Well, we struggled to defend last year. We were not very good in the half court. We were a poor defensive rebounding team in quite a few statistical categories defensively, and rebounding wise, we were last in the league, 14 out of 14. So that has to improve. We did lead the league in steals. We were first, so there's a positive there. We were able to show that we can get after people, but yet we got to finish plays. I mean, we would maybe force a tough shot, but yet we wouldn't finish it, and so that needs to improve. We went out and got bigger. We think we're more athletic, top to bottom, and we try to recruit guys that fit the way I want to play, and which is more pressure oriented. So hopefully we were able to accomplish that.
Like you said earlier, you were last in the conference in a few defensive categories. Not even improving those all the way to first, but just getting them into the top 10, top 8. Like, how important is that to just add some more wins here and there?
Sure. Well, I was speaking to one of my graduate assistants just today about it. When I pull these stats up and I looked at them, you just kind of forget how many there were where you struggled on the defensive end or in the rebounding area. And that's what I told him. I said, if we'd have just been 7th or 8th in these areas, we probably could have gotten 5 or 6 more wins and been a better basketball team. But we didn't. And so and then we haven't talked about this part. You compound the fact that we were 10th in the league in scoring. So we're not a great scoring team, and then you're 14th in scoring defense. So you're struggling to score. You're not keeping the other guy from scoring. It's tough to find a way to win. And
then, with that being said, you still were able to find a way to make the playoffs last year. So for the guys that are returning, your core veterans, Dakota Caudill, Montre Williams, Trey Mohair, how important was it for those guys to have that playoff experience?
Oh, it was good. We talk about it being a long year. I mean, it's a long year for them. I mean, they're dealing with the same things that I'm dealing with as a coach. I mean, they're not oblivious to it. We had attrition, we had injuries, we had buy-in issues, and finally, I think down the stretch we kind of righted the ship, for lack of a better word. And so for those guys to get into the conference tournament, not only get in, but we were competitive. We had to win a couple of games down the stretch to get in. We were able to do that, and those are all positives. And so we went over to Pitt State, who had a very good team. Ended up, they make the NCAA tournament. They're very good, and we competed to the end. I mean, we were right there. We had our chances with less than 2 minutes to play in the game. It's a single-digit game, and we just were not good enough to close it out.
But you feel like you've made the improvements to kind of not necessarily get to the upper echelon of the league, but definitely have a rise in your standings.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we needed to add quality depth to our team. I like playing 10 or 11 guys, always have. And so we think we've added depth to our squad. I said we've gotten bigger, not just around the basket, but also on the perimeter, bigger wing players. So I think that we've got the guys that can, maybe we can start to move forward, guys that coming out of their high school and or junior college programs, they did rebound the basketball. They were good defenders. The characteristics we were looking for, and hopefully that would kind of help us build going forward.
And you mentioned earlier Pitt State did end up winning the tournament last year. Central Missouri won the national championship a few years back. Talk about the the depth of the MIAA and how competitive this league is.
Yeah, it's a 14-team league. It's really deep. All coaches say on any given night anybody can beat anybody else in this league. That's so true. You mentioned 2 years ago, Central Missouri winning the national championship. They have 5 losses for the year. 3 of those 5 losses were to Northeastern State University, who finished 9th in the league. That's truly anybody can beat anybody when 9 can beat 1 3 times. A lot of good players in this league, a lot of good coaches in this league. With 22 conference games, you spend a lot of time beating up on each other, and normally your conference champion is going to have 5 or 6 losses, because of just the sheer number of games you play. So because of that, if your team keeps improving, keeps getting better, and you can put a run together, you have a chance because of just the sheer volume of conference games.
All right, Coach. Well, we want to thank you for joining us, and we're all excited to get the season underway. Best of luck to you this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was much.